All right, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the New York session. I hope you're doing well. So we have here the dollar index, and yesterday I was looking for a move to the fair value gap formed in London session over here and continue going down, but that didn't work out and they traded through it. Hence, I think price is gonna go up and take out this high. Now, it's still subjective simply because we are still in August. We have about 3 days. Let me see. Yeah, 2 days. Today, tomorrow, and Friday. That's it. And then the month of August is over. Hence, the month of August might likely end up as a pullback into this order block. Next month likely gonna go up, and we might end up going for this candle's high. Yeah, with maybe this level as a potential area that price might encounter a little bit of resistance, because it did encounter resistance at the candle's low. That is where we hit last week over here, and we dropped aggressively, or 2 weeks ago, and we dropped aggressively. So the next level, if we break this high, we'll be coming for that monthly down candle closing price, 100.75. But for today and tomorrow and Friday, price might probably stay in this consolidation. All right, hence on the 1 hour, maybe just after they go above this high, price might come back down again. So my recommendation between now and Friday is to sit and wait. Now, the absence of news event makes it even a little bit more challenging, because you're not gonna get any news event to drive the market in a specific direction. That is why all these moves are so tiny. We don't have any big aggressive candles because of absence of news. Sometimes it's good to have those news events so that it will drive the market in a specific direction. So with that said, maybe today price might come back in here and then make a run for the previous week high. Now, I myself, I'm probably gonna sit out on the euro and the pound, and the reason being, I'm not fully convinced what they want to do now till end of the month. Anything is possible, but what I do know for sure is the monthly is gonna go up. Okay, the monthly is gonna go up. Hence, if we don't get anything between now and Friday, then early next month, which is the first week of next month, might present some news events, which let me just quickly check the economic calendar. Yes, so next week, Tuesday, we have ISM or PMI. We also have JOLTS opening on Wednesday. We have non-farm employment on Thursday, and then we have NFP on Friday with unemployment rate on Friday. So lots of news events next week, which is what we need. This week there's a lack or absence of it. Therefore, I'm not really comfortable with these small little moves which are directionless. It doesn't give you any clue of where it's doing, because this should have definitely moved lower. It didn't work out. They've gone above it, and if I'm to plan a trade with this, I don't know what's going to happen, because yesterday I bought British pound here and euro there, and both of them got stopped out. Hence, I'm gonna be sitting on my hands and waiting for next week. But what I do have, I'll share in terms of trade ideas. So euro and pound, I'm not gonna do anything with them. I'm gonna be sitting out and waiting for next week. Therefore, I'm not gonna give you anything on them, since I am personally doing nothing with them. Euro pound, I think I made mention that they're gonna come for the previous week low, so that might be one of those that you can trade if you so like. So you're gonna be selling and targeting this previous week low. So in here, targeting this low, and your entry can be right here with your stop loss just above this small gap here, and then you're aiming for that low over there. Okay, so that is that. That will be I think the trade that, if you so desire to trade, that might be the one that you, in my opinion, might be worth for today. Okay, so make sure, again, you protect yourself. I talked about stop losses yesterday. If you don't protect yourself, you might get stopped out, and you might get price move beyond your stop, way beyond it, and the damage might be catastrophic. So make sure you always protect yourself. Okay, so that is the trade. Dollar yen, same thing. I'm not doing anything with it, so again, stay out. Gold is the one, I think yesterday we talked about price also going for this high. I still believe that's the case, but as usual, as with August, they got very close to it, and then you can see. Now the funny part of this is I had one of my trade target, I think. Let me go to the daily. Yeah, I had my target right here. I'm not there, my bad. Right here. Right there, and it got very close to it, and then price decided to drop down, which I woke up a little bit I would say angry, but surprised, because it got very close to it. There's nothing here causing price to go down, so I don't know why on earth this drop should happen. but I'm still rooting for that as a draw liquidity and this high as a draw liquidity. So gold, I'm still holding on to my longs. I'm expecting them to continue going higher. Crude oil, I think yesterday I gave you a level to sell and go down here. I personally missed it. I didn't see it happening. I think I was too busy doing stuff, so I didn't see it happening, but that was very, very nice. It went straight into that gap and then dropped down. By the time I saw, price had rejected and it was here, so I left that. Now on the H4, we have this up candle still active, and that's the up candle that if we break, we can continue going higher. It can be used as a sell if you want to continue with the direction that the H4 has right now, but probably wait for the 2 p.m. Okay, don't sell here. Wait for 2 p.m. and see where price will be, and wherever price will be, that is where you're gonna sell with confirmation, right? So if price is at here at 2 p.m. and you get confirmation, that is when you sell. All right, don't just go and place a sell limit there as I'm placing it right now. That is not what I'm saying, because you never know if it will go down or not. Besides, it's not time yet, so patiently wait. Yeah, patiently wait, and then when the time comes, you can then engage with it. I prefer that way. Okay. Now the trade that I am interested in is this one. This is the one that I was gonna talk about. I think yesterday you had me speaking about this, that I want them to go here, reject and go lower, but if it goes higher, that's no problem, because we had this immediate retracement. So this taken out, this low should reject and make a run for this high. So that's the one that I'm interested in. I want to see today expand up and go and take out this high. And so far, so good. Price only retraced to this fair value gap, which also had the weekly opening price. That's the weekly opening price. Now we are back above it. Usually you can measure that range okay, and project to the upside, and you can target the 127 and the 168, which 127 brings you up to the previous week high, and then 168 also brings you up here. And I think that might be the targets for the day. So 6497.50 and 6515.50. Those are your two upside objectives, which coincide with this previous week high and that week's high as well. Okay, so if you're interested, that's a potential trade for today to go up there. All you have to do is wait for the New York session, and then you look for 15 minutes auto block or 15 minutes fair value gap to trade up there. All right, and then just leave euro pound alone for today and the dollar. Okay, now let's move on to the cryptos. Now yesterday you had me say we must absolutely reject from here, right? And you saw that happening, and the reason being that is the fair value gap on the weekly, and we should not be trading below it. So from the weekly perspective, that is the gap. We should absolutely reject it for price to be valid to continue going higher, and we got that rejection towards the I think during the New York session. Towards the New York session, end of the New York session, price made its run up, and I want to see a continuation. I want to see price continue with it. So on the daily, since we had one candle being green or blue, I want today to be the same thing, because we've already highlighted that anytime we have this as an initial rejection candle, we will follow through. So on the H4, this to me is a pullback, and we're gonna continue going up. So again, don't be surprised to see 3-4%, as I mentioned yesterday. When you see it, you know, we talked about it before it happened. Ethereum did amazing as well. It rejected that level. Now we are above the fair value gap, so likely gonna break this and then continue going up. So expect Ethereum to also continue going higher. Ethereum, you know the level that we are looking for, all-time high. We are going for all-time highs again. Solana also rejected nicely, and we are going for the 220 right here, 220 level. That is where I think price is going. So look forward for the continuation to the upside. Ripple, same thing. We rejected. Nice OTE level right here. So again, look for continuation to the upside. Now surprisingly, this was the surprise of the day. An incredible move, 13% yesterday move on hype. So that was a nice trade. Now if you can go back this low to this high, we talked about how price is going to reverse from here or there and then go up here. We got the break of structure there, and we talked about this area holding to send price up, and we got that. So now that is done. That was equal high. Now they've wiped it, and we are now all-time highs again. All right, now if we can close bullish this week, which I think that might likely be the case, we will continue going up. So hype, expect a continuation to the upside. I like the fact that this down candle has now produced another down candle. So we have this as a proportion candle. If we come back to this, we will expect a continuation to the upside. Okay, AI16, we also got a rejection, but not too much into it. Got just a tiny bit of rejection, but I think we are likely gonna go up as well on this. So where we are now, to me, that is all a buy zone, right? I like this, and then this drop. We need to shoot up from here, breaking this, and then finally Chatsky, that also couldn't move up as the other ones. Now looking at the daily, they've gone through all the fair value gap. Weekly, there's no fair value gap. Monthly, Monthly, there's nothing. So either we close back above this down candle, or they're gonna make a new low here. Okay, so today either we close above this. If we don't, they're gonna come here. So watch today's candle. This large drive to the downside should be a buy, clearing out this low. Okay, it should be a buy, basically running these lows here. Hence, we don't want any further move to the downside. We should go up. If we fail, we'll be attacking this low. Okay, so let's see what the market will give us today, by the close of today. It will give us more information whether they'll be coming for this low or they'll break and start coming back up again. All right, so that is all I have. Let's go back to the currencies, and yeah, not a fan of it at all. Keep an eye on this crude oil for lower prices. Gold looks like it's coming back up, which is good. That should be the case. Euro pound looks like it might not even get up there. It's reacting off from this small tiny gap, but the draw is down here. So let's see. It's not 2 p.m. yet, so at 2 p.m. watch it and see where we are. If this closes below this candle's wick, great. Look for continuation to the downside, and the rest we'll see how the day will unfold. Now personally, I'll be watching it over the New York session, and then if there is any opportunity, I'll take advantage of it. If not, then I'll just stay out till tomorrow and then Friday. And as usual, next week Friday will be our last session, and then I'll be off for the rest of the month of September. Okay, so enjoy your afternoon, and then I'll see you same time tomorrow for another session. Take care.